What's up, everyone? Hello, this is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur. We are live on location. It's just a beautiful day. I decided, you know what? You didn't get a video from me this morning, so let's just do it out in nature. However, you will notice the sound quality is a little bit different in this episode, this little video, because I'm not sure how it happened, but officially no more microphone. So I've already bought a new one, by the way. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. But yeah, so that's why it's going to sound a little different today. But there you have it. Also, it should be noted up front, this is a live stream. You are watching it in the future. Now, as always, I can't say how long this will be, but the important part will be within the first 10-15 minutes. But just to give people a couple extra minutes to get here, we'll probably start around the 2-minute part mark, as they say. I've been getting a lot of comments on the hi April, on the whole flat tire fiasco from last night. And I mean, granted, some of the comments are clearly very snarky, and they're clearly trying to be insulting, like, oh, you're an Uber driver, you don't know how to change a tire. No, guys, how to change a tire. The issue, and trust me and Katie had a long talk about this afterwards, was that Katie did not have a jack to lift the car and change the tire. And unless I'm Superman, or if you're a Marvel fan, the Incredible Hulk, well, guess what? It just wasn't going to happen. So I was just surprised at how useless AAA ended up being last night. And some random person ended up helping change the tire with his own jack and his own air, which I only had like $7 to give him. I felt so bad about that. But hey, you know what? Thank goodness he was there. Then we got like one of those mobile, I don't know what they call them, mobile mechanics. That's 24 hours. And we got a used tire that got us home, and Katie is now taking the car to Costco on Thursday to get what was a brand new tire. A brand new tire. Things weren't even 90 days old, and one of them got shredded by something on the road. She's going to get that replaced. So, anyway, hey Tommy, hey Joe, hey Sovereign Resistance. So, okay, we have a fair amount of viewers now. It is time for the news live, and you probably know, in fact, there's a lot of places down over there. That's where we will go. You've probably heard on the news. Yes, we do have the warranty ready, or the title, I should say. Oh yeah, this is nice. We'll just do this here. But this comes from fizz.org. Fizz.org. We're going to actually do this like a news station. We're going to read the notes and everything. And the headline is, Swiss court declares driver and Uber employee. So I actually might have to alter my my title. I think I put drivers. That might be a little misleading. So anyway, a Swiss court has ruled that a former Uber driver was an employee of the ride-sharing firm, not an independent contractor. In a potentially landmark decision, the driver's lawyer said Monday. Yes, we did get the tire. The ruling by the labor court in Lausanne, I believe I pronounced that correctly, which has not been made public, is the first of its kind in Switzerland, labor lawyer Remy Weiler told AFP. Between April 2015 and December 2016, the driver was logged into the Uber Pop app for more than 5,600 hours and completed more than 9,000 trips. Still a little low that compared to what some other people here do, but here's the thing. Uber Pop, for those of you who are not aware, is kind of like either their Uber X, or it could be considered their Uber Pool. I actually took Uber Pop a couple times when I was in the Czech Republic, and it's certainly affordable. We left a tip every single time. Uber Pop was a version of the application meant for individuals not categorized as professional drivers. It was operated by Dutch-based Uber subsidiary Razor Operations BV. Uber Pop was banned in Switzerland in 2017, but Uber X, which only uses professional drivers, remains available in the country. How crazy is that? Overseas, Uber Pop is what it is. If you're a regular driver, you wouldn't be an Uber X driver. You'd be an Uber Pop driver. And if you are an Uber X, it meant you were professional. That's interesting. I don't know why that is, but there you have it. After reportedly receiving a host of bad reviews, the driver received a text message in late December 2016 informing him that his login had been revoked, aka he was fired. I know, some of you are going to say, you can't get fired on Uber. Yeah, you can get fired on Uber. In his complaint to the labor court, the driver argued that he had been wrongfully terminated from an employment contract without proper notice, a violation of Swiss law, and demanded back pay for holidays, among other benefits. So this is a single driver we're talking about. This isn't just a lot of drivers, but it's still important for other drivers. Razor, the Uber subsidy, countered that its agreement established drivers as independent contractors, yada, 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 who have to file rights grievances with arbiters in Netherlands, not labor courts in the home country, whatever. We've ruled that before. However, here's the thing. In a ruling delivered to the parties last week, the Lausanne court found that it had the right to hear the case and that the driver, whose identity has not been disclosed, suffered a termination without cause. Razor has 30 days to appeal, and they certainly will. They're not going to let this one go, believe me. Weiler said the case could have far-reaching consequences across Switzerland, with all Uber drivers potentially being considered employees entitled to Social Security protections and proper notice in advance of termination. Excuse me, sorry. Still getting over this. Uber has already been hit by a series of scandals over executive misconduct, which they've mostly cleaned up, a toxic work atmosphere, which they have not cleaned up, and potentially unethical competitive practices, which are very unethical. My opinions only, of course, that's not part of the article. The company is also poised to go public and preparing to sell 207 million shares, raising up to 10 billion in the US IPO. So, and there's my sources, by the way. It's fun. I'm reading the paper. Oh my gosh, feels so old school. Now I really do feel like CNN or Fox News, if you prefer. I don't know who likes what. So, okay, I'm going to change the title of the live stream because this is not drivers. This is a driver. And I think that was totally by accident, by the way. Totally by accident. Oh, thanks, James. So, well, okay, what did Sovereign Resistance say? Sovereign Resistance says it will probably be worse being an employee with Uber considering how they already treat independent contractors. Well, here's the thing. They treat independent contractors like employees. And we just don't get the pay or the benefits that go along with it. I guess we can go to this little playground area. That might make for a good visual. So, yeah. There's I'm not fearful of them at that point. I mean, granted, I don't have a whole lot of skin in this at the moment. Technically, again, I'm not. People like to point out you're not driving, but you know what? I still care. I still care. I don't shop at Amazon anymore either, but I still care about how the employees are treated. And by the way, we're going to talk about like a very interesting thing Amazon did with 7 pregnant women. It actually sounds like a monster movie, or like a James Bond villainous thing. So there we go. Nice little background. So let's hear. Ernest says, are you buying Uber stock on Thursday at IPO offering? Hint. Beyond Meat went from $25 IPO to open at $46 to $70 by the end of the day. Is this an opportunity or what? No, it's not an opportunity. A company that doesn't make money is not an opportunity. That's a risk. Now, granted, the Amazon stock sure does well, and they didn't make money for years. Uber's not Amazon. They really aren't. I mean, first of all, Amazon got in there early. Secondly, they branched out fast. They started out just selling books, went to sell a bunch of other things, went to doing everything, might be going to upend the pharmaceutical industry. Uber has an app. And by the way, it's an app that can be very easily replicated. And once other companies, including Amazon, decide they want to duplicate that app, then Uber has no value as far as I can see. So, no. Sam says, sorry, this is a problem with still recovering. Like, you get, the voice starts going fast. I don't know how long I can do this live. Sam says, May 8th, Wall Street, Dara, you going down, justice will be served. Oh, no, it actually might do very well on day one. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it went up on day one. Might even go up on day two. But it's not going to go up for very long. That's what I'm saying. John G says, minimum wage incoming. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, and here's the thing. I mean, we did that video with Lyft where Lyft admitted in their IPO filings they can't afford minimum wage. And it's like, a company who can't afford minimum wage is, well, first of all, a company you don't want to work with. Secondly, that's a company that does not have their finances together. Let's see here. What do you think of Tesla going into the rideshare gig? Well, Tesla, from what I understand, unless something changed today and I'm not aware of what happened, they want their little robocars to be out there, and they want to do rideshare that way with the driverless cars, which, if that's what they're banking it on, you know, I'm sorry, not here. Not going to be next year. So, I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Desmond Embark, what are we fighting for? Honestly, I think at the basic, get more money, maybe treat it a little better. You know, maybe not be deliberately screwed over. The decrease, I've been pretty consistent. Rate decreases suck, and they don't need to happen either. So, whenever there's a rate decrease, really, it's only on your end. Uber's, in some cases, even charging more than what they started. And so, yeah, it just, that's what happens there. So, anyway. Do we have any other questions? We have 90 people here. Hey, folks, give it a thumbs up if you like the video. So, by the way, I do like your little, your Batman the Animated Series icon. That's actually one of my favorite shows. So, I feel almost naked without the microphone now. I really liked that microphone. I mean, thankfully it wasn't expensive. It's like $12, but, you know, I really liked that. More orange pot, LOL. I don't know what that means, but so anyway. Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. Definitely appreciate that. So let's see here. I think we're more or less done with this topic. Why are you always wearing a cap? I've explained that before. I wear a cap because I have multiple channels, and so when you wear the beanie, I can visually just look at the thumbnails and see, oh, okay, I'm wearing a cap, so that's an Apptrepreneur video. So, you're fine without the mic, yeah, but I think I sound better with the mic. So, oh, granted, we are outside, so maybe the mic might be an issue at that point. Melanie says there were more promotions. Yeah, but I've heard mixed things. Some people said they got more promotions. Some people didn't. Like, if you're in an area where it's like there's just not a lot of busyness, you don't get promotions. So when Uber cuts the rates nationwide and they say, oh, we'll make it up in promotions, you're not making that up in promotions. Like, those people aren't making, they got a pay cut. That's it. End of story. They're not making any more money. So, The Godfather says there's a rumor that if they can't make rideshare work, that they will start to dispatch taxis on a natural basis. Sounds more logical, but it could be more talk to get. I've not heard anything like that. But, and they wouldn't do that unless the taxi industry was willing to lower the rates to close to what they want. Because keep in mind, Uber doesn't have a product; they have an app, and their whole thing is like, we have exposure, but to have that exposure, you need to take this much of a cut in your payment. And if you get big enough, you can demand it. I mean, Amazon and Apple, they're big enough. If you're not on their sites, you're potentially losing out on millions of dollars. Heck, my books that I have written, there's Kindle editions out there. I don't like being on Amazon, but they still sell very well there. And yet, on Amazon, they take like a 70% cut because I don't charge very much for them. Whereas like Barnes & Noble and Kobo charge 20%. So, but then I still make more money on Amazon, even with that high cut. So that's one of those things where it's like, this is what I mean, where it's like, yeah, you don't want to be in business with them, but what can you do? I don't like being in that position. Sorry. Ugh, I felt a sneeze coming on. May 8th, do you think it will help? I don't know. Especially now that apparently the strike is going to be nationwide, and well, not nationwide, it's going to be global. It's going to be global. And I'm in favor of everyone striking if they can, or protesting or turning off on that day. But there is something to be said for having some concentrated cities where you protest and you get the media focused on those areas. When it's nationwide, I think you might dilute it a little bit. So I don't know. That's a good question. Drink more whiskey. Nope, not going to do it. The Truth Warrior. Good afternoon, Kevin. I just did 4 rides and I'm spreading the word here in Columbus, Ohio about us. They will boycott Uber on Wednesday and Thursday. Well, yep, do what you can. Do what you can. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Kulik says, got the email that we were getting promo but never showed up in app. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Melanie says nothing here. The strike hasn't started yet. Richard says, I don't know why Uber want to make a automatically vehicle when it will be cost more than having drivers, because Uber doesn't have to worry about insurance vehicle, because it's a good selling point. I mean, they know that it's not going to make them any more money. And I think a lot of the analysts know that too, but for people who are so concerned about the next big thing, the thing with Uber isn't that it's viable. Excuse me 1 second, folks. Sorry, I just realized I'm leaking, so I'm gonna take this tissue out. And there we go. Sorry, I don't want to be. I want to be as not gross on camera as possible. And this thing is going to be lasting another couple weeks, apparently. So yay! But you can set an idea, a great idea, even if it seems too good to be true. It'd be very powerful when it comes to raising capital, which is what Uber does. So they created a system that almost everyone and your mother is using, that ferries people here to there. It brings in billions of dollars. It's not profitable, but it brings in billions of dollars. And then you say, hey, see all this money that we spend on the drivers? What if we could keep all that ourselves? And the self-driving vehicles, we will do that. We will keep that money for ourselves. What's more, we will control the mapping system, so you will know where they are and you can sell them Coca-Cola and dinner specials and stuff. What's more, we will save lives when we do this. That is what Uber is selling to an investor. Who knows if it's possible? But you don't want to not be on that train if it succeeds. So, sorry. Boy, that one got me riled. So that's what it is. That's what they're doing. Michelle says, hey, Kevin, I have a feeling I've asked several drivers about the strike. Not a lot of people have heard anything about it. Do you know any organizers out there? Yeah, drivers-united.org. That's where all that information is. April says, you sound like you have allergies. No, I don't have allergies. I've never had allergies. I am recovering from the flu, and this is the side effect, or the lingering impact. So I'm just happy that I am no longer having the fever, the vomiting, the chills. I'm glad we're beyond that stage, but to my knowledge, I've never had allergies. I've never taken allergy medicine, so, you know, whatever. So, oh, sorry, folks. Noticing that again. Oh, jeez. Anyway, lovely day, right? Lovely day. Where's my... Yeah, anyway, here we go. Sorry, folks. Oh, for Pete's sake. Anyway, just blew into Uber. Only thing their logo's good for anyways. We're gonna probably wrap this up in 5 minutes because it just dawned on me I left my, well, actually, I'll just walk towards the car. That's what I'll do. I left a bunch of tissues over there. That's the problem. I like this scenery a lot more, but we're gonna have to just go over there. Oh, actually, my dad is texting me. Apparently he wants to talk. So, folks, sorry that I didn't get to some of these questions, but you know what? Yeah, I can't do this too long at the moment anyway. I'm going to be making some videos tonight. Hopefully they'll be up tomorrow. If not, they'll be up Wednesday. So, for everyone who watched this in the future, what do you think about all of this? Do you think this is going to set a new precedent? I'd love to know. So, comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. Also, if you know gas is getting too expensive for you, check out the Get Upside app. It's free, but you'll get cash back on every gas purchase that you and your friends buy. Also, check out the Apptrepreneur vlogs. It's a new channel, semi-new at this point, I guess. And yeah, we're launching it, new content every week. And check us out on the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. You got to be approved to join, but we've been approving most people. And finally, flame responsibly. Have a good one.